Hi guys, Ben here, Bunbury Bootcamp. You probably know that by now. I hope your day's amazing. We're having the most wonderful autumn so far, but I'm sure this weather will break soon enough. And you have to use more of these programs, I imagine, for those that want to stay inside. So, as we do, we have a little bit of a discussion about things before we start the workouts. Make sure your body feels good. Make sure you feel good. Make sure there's no joints that are hurting or parts that are hurting you don't know why. Make sure if you do have a point that's hurting it, you know how to manage it. Make sure you fill out one of our forms. So if you're a random person that's just found this account, which is very unlikely considering I've got about 58 followers, but if it is, if you have, um, you know, reach out. Let me know. At the very least, fill a form out so we don't have anything happen. And then let's start this workout. So really simple one, guys. Jog 10 steps, squat hold 5 seconds with your arms out in front of you. Beautiful little routine. One of my favorite little routines for getting people warmed up, gets all the joints warmed up at the same time it's not too high impact. So I'd like 5 minutes because this is relatively rep light, providing squat holds are okay for you, then you can bash it out for 10. I think it's a lovely little 10-minute routine. Pause now, guys, do what you want to do, and we're back. This is a little bit tougher. And Ali, if you're watching this one, you'll enjoy this section. 10 Jane Fondas, 10 sumo Jane Fondas, 10 sumo squats, and a 10-second bridge. That's your recovery, obviously. Jane Fondas, if you don't know the Jane Fonda, reach out to me because it means you're someone that's not familiar at all with our program. Sumo Jane Fondas is wider feet. Sumo squats is wider feet as well, toes turned out. And the bridge is the starting point for Jane Fonda. So it should take you nicely into those Jane Fondas again. This is a leg heavy routine. I'd like you to go to a maximum of 150 reps on the squats, which would be 300 reps on the Jane Fondas. So nothing more than that. So however long that takes, you stop. But you can do less than that, but that's your tap out point. You'll feel a nice burn on this one. Focus on range, of course. Don't rush through the reps. Really enjoy it. Take your time. If you're not sure about any technique, tap me on the shoulder. All right, guys, pause now. Move on to our next thing, which is 5 sit-ups, 10 cycles in the hover, also known as the plank, for 20, 40, 60, or 80 seconds. There's a number of ways to do this. The 5 sit-up, 10 cycles is beautiful. That can say largely the same. If sit-ups are no good, go with double leg raises. They're no good, go with Jane Fondas again. With the hover, these are your options, 20, 40, 60, or 80. You don't have to do any one of these. You notice 80 hasn't really popped up in our programming so far, but a lot of you guys can do 80, no problem at all. So we'd like to see you do it. So use that, do that, but 20 is fine. What I want to see is a maximum of 6 minutes of hover. You can, and that's made up however you make it. Get that knocked out, breathe your way through it. Make sure you breathe. Knees are there as an option, but ideally, if you've got a choice between doing the toes for 20 or the knees for 60, take the toes for 20 and then repeat. Pause again, guys, and we move into sprint 10, jog 4 for 5 times, and then do 10 push-ups. So sprint 10 steps, jog 4 slowly to recover, 5 times of that, then 10 push-ups to a maximum of 100 push-ups, so 10 rounds. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you need help with push-up technique, again, reach out to me, and then pause. Go to stretching. As discussed so many times, but it's very important. Please find a stretch routine that works for you, a nice full body one. If you're not sure of one that works for you, send it through to me. But there are amazingly talented stretching people online, and I'm not one of them. I don't want to try and do a job badly when it can be done well. So find a video that works from some tan-tone yoga-esque instructor, send it through to me, and if you need a sign off on it, I'm quite happy to say if it's a good routine or a bad routine. And finally, meditation. We have meditation videos on this YouTube channel. They're not going up in the hits that they should be because you should be using them every single day. So they should be by far the most popular video on our YouTube channel. So get on there and use that. All right, guys, have an amazing day. It's always wonderful to link up with you. And don't work too hard. And I'll speak to you soon.